Hello and welcome to this new video of my channel Earth Star Seeds. I'm Zorana from Belgrade, Serbia, and I'm a manifestor 3-5 emotional manifestor. So in this video we will talk about how is it for me to date as a manifestor. And you know, to be honest, like the more I was discovering some things about human design and my own chart and how everything goes together, it was somehow I got the answers, but still I was like, I don't know what to do, because it's sometimes very hard um for people who are going inside of human design to first to learn everything, because there's so many things related with human design, and then to apply that in everyday life. So for me it was very hard to apply everything I was learning, and I discovered human design with my friends in 2020, I think, and they showed me what design is, and they started to learn more about that one. But I was kind of, like I felt like I know some things, but I wasn't going so much deep into those things until maybe last year, because last year was very a year where I went much deeper in term of discovering more and more my own design. And biggest shock for me was this year, where I read a book Informed by Human Design Community. It's written by Holly Marie. I think that's her name. And that book changed everything, like everything. I was like, oh my God, I didn't know half of these things. It was very good explained, and it was for me a whole new chapter. So I wanted to do a video about this topic, especially with relationships, but I, in the end, recorded in Serbian, I think, a podcast on Spotify, Hold Your Light. It's called like that. And I didn't do in English. I felt the need to record that in Serbian. And now I feel the need to record that in English. So many of people who are all around the world, who are manifestors, and especially women who are manifestors, to maybe discover more about themselves, as I did while reading that book and reading so many other things. So that book somehow helped me to shift, to somehow see on a more deep level where I did some mistakes. And like a week ago I was thinking, like, for a male manifestor is so easy. I don't know why they really find someone so fast, and they're so open, and like for them it's very easy. I felt that with my several friends I know who are male manifestors. Everything goes so smooth for them. I mean, better than for a female manifestor. So for those of you who don't know, basically manifestor is like a type of aura. Only 8 to 10% of people have that aura, and it's mostly male energy. It's very masculine energy. But as I met other women who are manifestors, they are very feminine, but they have this action of a man, because they need to go. That's like our main um, thing about us in human design is to have this power of action. And it's so hard for us to initiate something new, to initiate a relationship. For me, I'm very struggling my basically several years now, with finding someone for myself. But um, it's going better, is going better. Communication is a key. Basically, for me, as someone who is emotional manifestor 3-5, for me especially, because of 3-5, it's so difficult, because people are projecting on me so much, like every time I'm talking with someone, like every single person how is describing me has a different opinion on me and different approach and different like they see me differently. Why? Because 3-5, if you have 3-5, especially if you're watching this and you're a manifestor 3-5, I'm sending you love. Trust me. It's so hard because you are basically the mirror, and then the other person is seeing themselves in you, and that's like sometimes good, sometimes it's a projection, sometimes it's not that good, sometimes it's sometimes very messy, sometimes it's very great. So I see, like I saw several times that people who are very kind, they were like telling to me that I'm kind. I'm like, no, it's you. Basically, it's you, because uh, purest people who would come to me in a personal relationships or, like friendship and so on, they would tell me that they like angel was approaching me, and they would say to me that I'm an angel, and I was like, no, no, definitely it's the other person. So it was the opposite when people are blaming me and telling me this and this and this and this. It was hard, of course, but I didn't know what I know today, that it's simple a projection of it's very strong. 3-5 is like very difficult one to handle. Okay, so it was very hard for me to see that I am someone who needs to start a relationship or a contact with someone, and that was very hard for me to do, because as a female manifestor, we have this aura who is repelling, and it's very dense and so close, and it's a very big aura, and if we don't say what we think about the person will not never know, and I remember the story of one girl who I'm following. She's a numerologist. Her name is Kathleen K. Hart, I think. And she is 3-5 emotional manifestor as me, and she's amazing. Like she is so charismatic, like so, and I love to watch her and to listening to her and so on. She's so amazing, and her reports are amazing. Okay, so I remember she was doing a podcast, and she was telling this. I forgot. Maybe it was, I don't know. It was maybe a podcast with someone, or it was a podcast with Manifesto community. I'm not sure. But she ended up a relationship, and then I think the guy told her that she didn't love him, and she was in shock. And then she realized how being a manifester is a little bit hard, because she didn't inform him enough that she loved him. And when I heard that, I remember my old relationship, and I was like, maybe I did the same, but I wasn't aware of it, because I was deeply conditioned in my past by relationships, and sometimes I was the one who initiated the relationship, but I also remember one of the latest relationship I had. Um, there's a mosquito flying. Was, I think, my ex partner initiated the relationship, and from this point of view now, because he was a manifestor, he was, I think, manifesting generator, and the last thing they have to do is to initiate a relationship, so they may end up frustrated in a relationship, because that's not something they have to do, so they may be resentful in a relationship with the manifestor who wasn't the one who started the relationship. Okay, so this is very important for you to watch. If you're manifesting generator or generator, don't do that, because you will end up frustrated, because you did the action, but the manifestor needs to do the action. So when she said that, I was like, oh my god, like I need to work on this much more, to inform people more, and I'm always forgetting to inform people. but I'm doing my best, because this is something that it is not natural for manifestors. And we need to practice this, and this is very important for us, as is the same for generators, because as I notice, they have sometimes problem to respond, and then I would feel frustrated because they're not responding, and that's very interesting. And what else was in my previous relationships was that I didn't feel good. I also, it was related with sexuality, because when you have a relationship with someone who is sacral, something is flying, who has sacral chakra, basically generators and manifesting generators, because like manifestors, projectors, and reflectors, we don't have this sacral space. It's open, and so we adapt basically to other person's sexuality, so there's something called sacral hangover, which is when you're sleeping with someone who is a generator, and you basically adapt to their sexuality, and then you get drained. And I remember I had moments when I was like, I don't want to have sex. I'm so done with sex. And it was, like very, very, how can I say, draining for me. And I would cry afterwards. I would not feel so good. And this wasn't because I didn't love the person. It was because I had too much of it, because I didn't had at my tempo, because I somehow was conditioned to act like a generator, which is not my thing. And so for me, I think for me especially, is the best to have a partner who will understand my way of my sexual expression, And for me, I don't know, like projectors are amazing for me. I somehow am compatible with the projector, So um, that's like because projectors are type who doesn't have sacral, and that is okay for me, because I can see who am I, and that's amazing for me, as a manifester. And what else about manifestors is that I always felt lonely in my relationships, because I was too scared to tell to my person how I feel, and I'm still learning how to communicate with my partner, and it's so difficult, it's so difficult to do that. But I'm keeping some things in myself, and I'm feeling angry because I'm not informing the person how I'm feeling, and then I snap and I say everything, like I say everything. And it's very important for you to have a partner who will understand you, and they will understand your deepest fears of intimacy, of rejection, which is, we will come to that. That's very important for manifestors. And fear of abandonment, and fear of so many things are a theme of manifestors. But of course other types also have this, but for manifestors is different, because people think that we are annoying, or angry, or have pride or something like that. But in the like deep down, we are all so emotional. Me especially. I remember when my dad told me, "Oh, you don't have any emotion in you," and I was so shocked. Like, are you kidding me? Because I am someone who is very emotional. And then I realized that he doesn't see my emotional states all the time, and I'm hiding when I'm crying, and when I'm sad, and so on. So I'm learning how to express all of that now in my personal relationships, in friendships, and also in my like a partnership, and so on. So that one is very crucial. But rejection, yeah, that's another theme that's also very important. I think others may feel rejected and so on, but manifestors they have completely another level of fear of being rejected. And basically our duty is basically, especially if you're single and you're a manifestor, is to go and pick a person you like and be like, you don't have to tell them I like you, but you need to do the first step, unfortunately. And for me as a female manifestor, that's like no, that's like no. But I'm starting to doing like deconditioning, which is basically clearing old conditions from that patriarchal society where women must be, someone who is receiving, and the male have to give and so on and to initiate. But basically, women have to, manifestor women have to initiate the first step, even though what I saw, female manifestors are very, very feminine. And trust me, I met a lot, and almost all are very feminine. I think I only know two who are not that feminine, but that's all. What else? I don't know. I think this is it for now, because I think I maybe will make a part two, or maybe I will do, like every single trauma manifestor can have. Um, I maybe can do that, because I really want to make more content about manifestors and for manifestors, because many of you are not manifestors. Maybe some of you are dating manifestor and you don't know what to do because they're so close, and try to encourage them to speak to you more, to open up to you more, to tell them how informing is very important, how you feel, are you angry, and so on. Because there's something very very hard for us as manifestors, especially when we enter a room. It's so weird, it's so awkward. I know every time that happens, it's so awkward. Sometimes, like this is so awkward, and that one also was struggle for me. I remember when I was younger, anytime I'm in the room, like it's so awkward, like so awkward, even though like they're only girls, like there is not a guy there or something like that. It was super awkward. So that was basically because of manifestor energy, who is very dense, and our aura is very big. And if you want to be with a manifestor, uh, to be honest, sometimes manifestors are only initiating you to another level in partnership or any other team, or you will need to be with a manifestor. But to be with a manifestor, you really need to know how they are, and to you need to be also someone who is very good communicator, full of loving energy and understanding, and to understand how they feel, because manifestors are so powerful. We are so powerful. I know so many manifestors who have a lot of self-esteem. When they enter the room, they're, very powerful, but deep down they're very insecure because of rejection, because in like previous moments or events, they were rejected so many times. And why this is happening is because people either would be obsessed with a manifestor, or they would be totally obsessed with them in a bad way. They would be so triggered, so manifestor doesn't leave anyone, like a line. I don't know the word for that in English, but basically you would love them or hate them. There is no in between, like nothing, because they are activators. They are triggering other people, especially if they speak in their truth, if a manifestor is a people pleaser, they want to be invisible and so on. I was that one, and I'm learning how not to be a people pleaser and not to speak what others want to hear, and now I'm like, I don't care. I really really don't want to hurt someone, but I still will be talking about what I want to talk. And that's my voice. Voice is very important for manifestors. For me, it's important to speak to you very directly, very openly, so you can get initiation by me, and that's very important. So yeah, have patience with your if you are a manifestor, have patience with yourself, and have patience if you're watching this and you're not manifestor. If you know someone who is a manifestor, please have patience. That's like the main thing about us, to understand that we are loner wolves, that's true. But in the end, we are, like energetic, we're fun. And yeah, this one also, I forgot to mention this. We are sleeping and resting for 80% of our time, but there comes 20% where we are so doing our creative urges and so on. And for those like 20%, we are working stronger than a generator. We are doing at 200% of like potency and energy. So that's why when I sit, I wrote one ebook in like 3 times for, I don't know, one day or something like that. And I finish things so fast when I'm in my creative urge, and initiation phase. So that's also important. If you are shaming manifestor for not working out as you prefer or sleeping all the time, you need to understand, don't condition them, because they need to decondition themselves, because they are manifestors. They can, in those 20%, they can get in shape perfectly and then go back to sleeping, but they won't lose weight. I mean, they will lose weight or they will stay the same. So don't shame them, because I was in a position where I was shamed for sleeping my whole life, and I didn't know what's going on with me. It was very weird for me, like, why I'm sleeping and I'm the one who is protecting the projectors, because projectors also are beings who need a lot of time to be alone, and they need to take a nap and so on. And I think that's why manifestors and projectors are a perfect match. That's my personal experience so far. And just let your manifestor to sleep wherever they want, and let them sleep, because they are initiating the world, and they are light workers, especially the ones who claim that they are doing the practice, and they're spiritual and so on, and they are doing some good things for the world. And that's it. I love you, sending you so much hugs, and I hope this video was good for you, because for me it's very important to express all of this. And be kind, and this is very important, be kind, because that's the only thing we need in this crazy world. And that's it. Subscribe, of course, and write down below your experiences with manifestors, especially the ones who do the work. That's very important. And that's it. Bye.